This is 8 poems from late January to early February 2025. January air. Surprisingly, I've eaten, rested, prayed. Wanting is a bastard of time and money, and I do want, I guess. The piece from the left side of my chest left before I can remember. I've taken a risk today to live, the exact same as before. I'm reminded of the hour tepid coffee that I tasted all last week. I've taken a rest today to live. The coffee is the same as before. January air is dull. It's not a good day to take a risk. Yours in service. Say I was an asshole. It did serve me to serve myself the dish of superiority, so I thought. Was I so obviously born with an elephant heart if I couldn't give a flying fuck about your feelings? Me, autistic, for the slug of my verbiage? But I wasn't lost, except for those who couldn't find me. I say the things that won't be said, nuking social credit at the Politburo and also to my bitch. Serving the truth is lonely work, and for it I was noticed for the first time today. 1/1000th. It's silly, isn't it? The words that left my fingers and onto your mocking eyes. There's not much less left except for to be real, in love, for fake. But it's never felt more real. Do you really have a cruel second side? That must be it. How can you leave the king of the room sidelined and gestured? Well, think, writer. Is this the most selfish behavior imaginable? Are you bringing stress onto the hardest grinder and deepest griever? And for why? You don't think I'm pretty? Supposedly said by the real man. If I verily know her real character, at least then I know she couldn't not be mine. If not in this life, then my thousandth. Moral growth. I've eaten the bourbon and not that many rocks barkeep. He's a man that I've had to earn respect from where my brain and cock got twice as hard and swift. I've had to earn it. I've hard to earn it. A silly man he was, with a beard proposing when he never could. A stance that needed something objective and believing for the best that he had it. But knowing he truly didn't. It would have done him good to take grade 14 philosophy. Objectivity isn't real. It's the child playing with a new toy empathy, and of it he is proud. It's hard to wrestle the new toy from him, but the men I like know agree. We agree when he is good. We agree when the beauty is real. We agree that those who deny it are in delusion. What's your number? Somewhere in the numbers of 3 to 5 to 7 a year. It was the number I wanted to chase when chasing numbers. Was that what I was running for? Others run for money, property, prestige. No others run from country to country in search for salvation. Kierkegaard told me that it's either this or that, and Ecclesiastes said that it's as useful as counting the wind. And I too looked for Jesus, as numbers became for the useless and those who are too useful. Jesus I can't reach, whom I can only beg for mercy, of whom I will never compare. That a divine spirit threw a whack on the head, said I'd better be comfortable right now, and right now only. Incredibly, that is my quest alone. The lonesome are all around. I'll try to get the message across that the lonesome are all around, that right place but are never on the right hurt. She never listens, the woman that kisses me around 100 times before the novelty wears, and leaves me all by myself but with a heavy and slow burden tied to my ankle as I run the gentleman's race, which, by 30, we realize is a marathon. Only with hot dogs and beers at every quarter mile. Go and start to sprint. Soon you'll realize the only way is to shit yourself in front of the angel's camera. Yet to lose? But there is no losing, they promise. Running a little faster because, of course, you can lose. I'll dignify myself, but I look at you, and in truth, I'll die one day, somewhere in the vast between, and likely with my hard to reach places never loved. I hope you know the lonesome are all around. With forethought to my funeral, I asked my therapist if she knew what it was all for. For why work hard? For why be love? I can't seem to find an answer at this moment, but at others I have. The ecstasy of getting closer and closer and higher, only for a moment, is worth anything, if it is at all. I used to go to law school thinking it would solve the problem for all, but the depth and strength were like water and slipping through your fingers, or that this is on you could only eat through the viewing and protective glass. A spiteful woman will call me a loser, a clown, and it makes no difference. To succeed, it's to die at 25, and she says, the way you are living, you will die at 55. Is that okay? My love, is it? The days of our lives. I slept the day by the wayside of the tastefully assorted apartment like most days. It wasn't tidy. I'm a man of particular tastes, and while they say it's value neutral, I know it's neuroses. What is there to say on days where there's not much to say? The wind didn't breathe the wisdom of my ancestors. The snow didn't crinkle reminiscently. My hair had not been kept, and my clothes unremarkable. These are the days of our lives. Yeah, so just doing about a week of poems. Thanks.